Hey guys, what's going on? Blessings and peace. And thank you for joining my Aisha Speaks Jade page on this wet yet beautiful Thursday evening here in Atlanta, Georgia, June 8th, 2018. June 28th, 2018. So I'm going to do my best not to take up too much of your time because there is a call as well as a Facebook Live that's going on that's part of the business that I'm in with Healthy Place Botanicals. And I will share my health dispensary store. No, it's not cannabis with the high. This is a new kind of healthcare with CBD, which is hemp, without the high. But I'll post that up in my comment box as well as make the announcement again. So what's going on, everybody? How's everybody's Thursday been? I'm pretty tired, gotta be honest. I went to the doctor's today, did some female new bonding with a new female doctor. You know, those doctors that we have, and we have to do certain things that we need to do that are uncomfortable. I'm sure as there are men that have to do those things with doctors as well. But anywho, so that call and Facebook Live will be at 9. So again, I'm going to do my best to cover everything that I need to cover. However, I'm not going to rush what I need to put out, and hopefully someone will get it. So today we're going to talk about how to be thankful. This is our Thankful Thursday. So I'm just going to go right into it. How to be thankful. You know, a lot of times we just don't know how to be thankful, or we don't put it out there for the things that we are thankful for, small or big. There is a good reason to believe that people who cultivate thankfulness tend to be happier and healthier than those who don't. Thankful people appreciate what they have instead of obsessing over what they lack. They express gratitude to others and often receive more gratitude in return as a result. They see each day as a new opportunity for happiness rather than another challenge to struggle through. While some people may naturally be more thankful, don't assume that you cannot nurture a more thankful perspective in your own life. It may not be easy, but you'll be thankful that you made the effort. Being thankful in the moment. Take a moment to be thankful for your life. Sometimes a good way to get back on track and feeling better is to take a break. You'll need to identify things to be grateful for, and sometimes the break itself is a good reason to be thankful, whether or not it's at school or work, etc. Go for a walk around your building or even around your house or park, or step outside for 15 minutes to breathe in fresh air and muse about how thankful you are for the opportunity to take a break, to stretch your legs, to feel the sun, to be in nature. Take a moment to notice the little things you're thankful for, like if you drink coffee, or your morning cup of coffee, or your cup of tea, herbal tea, or your pillow that you may have, laid on when you lay down to go to sleep at night. Tell someone you appreciate them. So often life gets busy that you forget to tell people how much they matter to you, or that you've noticed what they do and it means a lot to you. Expressing your thanks to others will cultivate an atmosphere of thankfulness that can spread out gradually. For example, if your spouse packs your lunch for you, call or text them something like, "Hey honey, I know packing a lunch doesn't seem like much to you, but I really appreciate how you always try to make my morning just a bit less hectic. Talk about gratitude with your family. Set aside a time, like the evening meal, to talk about the things you were grateful for that day. Let each family member have a turn to discuss what made them thankful that day. Make it a routine to go around the table and mention at least one thing you're thankful for before digging in. Try to be as specific as possible. For example, instead of saying, I'm thankful for all of you being there for me, you could say, I'm thankful that you all help me tend to the garden every weekend. Again, this is just an example. They're just kind of giving you a little bit of an idea. But you can use your own method, people, to just, be more specific in what you are thankful for. Try to be more personal and or intimate about it. Send thank you notes. It is really amazing when sending just a small thank you note can do. A thank you note acknowledges that the person gave you something, time, effort, a gift, that they didn't have to, and that you appreciate what they've done. You don't have to write a massive novel thanking them, just a few lines that let them know what they and their gift, time or effort, etc. meant to you. Thank you texts, emails, voicemails, etc. are great to send and receive. But there still seems to be something particularly special about handwritten thank you notes. They are pretty cool. A handwritten thank you note, I don't know, it just seems a little bit more personal. Your thank you note can be as simple as a post-it with a short message, or it can be written on a notepad with a flower, or it says a heart doodle. But you can be creative and do your own thing. Again, these are just some of the ways that work for the purpose of this article. Give back as part of giving thanks. Giving back can be so huge and beneficial, and it makes you just feel good at the end of the day. Being thankful isn't just about telling people you are thankful. It's also about giving back to your community and friends. This doesn't mean that you give back so that everything is even and no one owes anyone anything. Give because it's the right thing to do and because it feels good to you. Focus on the intention behind kindness shown to you. When someone does something nice for you, gives you a gift, brings you a hot meal, offers to read over and edit your thesis, or whatever it could be, focus on how they tried to bring something good into your life. Someone gave up their precious time, money, etc., just so they could do something kind for you. This focus cultivates an atmosphere of gratitude that is then passed on to other people through your actions and words, especially if you have children. Make sure to say thank you regularly. Just those 2 words, though it's very small, 2 words, very small, can have such an impact when you say thank you on a regular basis. Thank the barista who makes you coffee, wherever you may be at, like if you're out having dinner or whatever the case may be, and you're interacting with someone else. Just a simple thank you can mean a lot. Speaking those words aloud can help cement the feeling of gratitude in your life. Use the words thank you as a sort of prayer or mantra. You can think specific things Or you can just repeat the words over and over to yourself. By cultivating gratitude and by speaking it aloud, you can do things like ease anger, anxiety, depression, and other health problems. When you say thank you to people, make eye contact and smile so they can feel the serenity. Find reasons to be thankful even when it's difficult. Sometimes it can really be hard to be thankful in your life. I'm sure we've all had that experience at least one time. These are times, however, when it is even more important to cultivate gratitude because that will help you get through hard times better than getting angry or upset. To cultivate gratitude for something like a difficult or boring job or whatever it may be in your own personal life, make a list of the good things about the job or whatever that might be, whatever you may be struggling with. It gives you money so you can buy food and have a roof over your head. It gives you a chance to take the bus into the city. These are just examples, and see the early morning sun and so forth. Being grateful doesn't mean doing away with emotions like sadness or anger, etc. It simply means making them more manageable. That's the key. Making it more manageable. After you've given yourself time to grieve, if you're in a grieving situation, rather, whatever that grieving situation looks like for you, make a list of the things that you learned or are grateful for from, it could be relationship, the loss of a job, just whatever it is. These are just little examples that's being used in this. And then what you are thankful for about the relationship being over. Because when you break up, especially in relationships, it's very emotional, and we can tend to kind of hold on to things and be angry or be depressed or be sad or whatever that emotion is. That's different and interesting. And I never really kind of thought about it like that, as far as making a list of things that you learned or are grateful for from the relationship. Never thought about that because I've always saw the negative of it. Developing a more thankful mindset. Keep a gratitude journal. Record your reasons to be thankful each day in order to cement them in your memory. It doesn't matter how difficult your life is at the moment, there is always something to be thankful for. Finding that will help you deal with the other parts of life. It says if you need a little reminder, download a gratitude journaling app for your phone that will send you daily notifications. Refer back to your gratitude journal as needed. When you're having a particularly difficult time, it can be beneficial to go back to what you've written previously. If it's a really hard time, find the smallest thing that you can be grateful for. All these little things can make the trauma of a big thing more bearable. And this is part of an example. This example says, even if you have a terminal illness, you can be grateful for things that someone bringing you, like bringing you dinner, a warm bed, an animal snuggling with you. And then it says all these little things can make the trauma of the big thing, which is the illness, more bearable. Again, that was just an example. Get a gratitude buddy. Share your goal of becoming more thankful with a close friend or family member and ask for their help. Choose someone you can comfortably talk to about the things you're grateful for. Also, make it a person who will hold you accountable. when you go down the slippery slope of complaining about things. Now, I probably have one gratitude buddy. We all know who that is, my bestie. Um, but what about if you don't have that bestie or best friend, that mate, husband, wife, you know, what if you don't have that? Or what even if you don't have like a family member? What about if a stranger, someone who's not a relative of yours, but you're cool? Okay, I guess that can apply. They may not be blood, but they still can be very supportive, especially if you trust them enough to open yourself up to that. So I think I kind of answered my question with that. It says it might work best as a two-way street, that is, each of you helping the other to become a more thankful person. Because we don't want it to be it's all about you. It should be about both of you, because then that way you're supporting each other, because that friend or that person may be going through some things too. So the both of you, supporting each other and being there for each other, like I said, is a two-way street. Turn around how you think about difficulties. People who are thankful for the things in their lives aren't living an easier life than you. In fact, many people who practice gratitude abundantly have struggled quite a bit. They, however, understand that it isn't the situation that's the problem. It's how you think about the situation that makes it easier or more difficult. Use the right words to describe your life. Using negative language and labeling can make a situation more difficult. Now, I believe that I've spoke that in other videos about you have to watch the language that you speak. If you're always saying something negative or down about yourself, or just saying it negative a lot of negative things, or putting out negative energy, that's what you're going to get back. And then you wonder why things aren't working in your life right. You have to just, speak positive, you know, change the mindset. I'm always change the mindset. Not again, I say these things because I'm growing, and I'm growing in my journey, and I'm relearning different things, or even for that matter, I'm learning things. I no longer want to keep saying, well, it was someone else's fault back many years ago. It's time to take a stand and deal with it, or face it head on, in order for me to move forward and train my mind, get my mind to a place where I can change some of those negative thoughts. And it's not an overnight process, but you don't want to be going years down the line still saying the same thing too. So again, using negative language and labeling can make a situation more difficult and make it harder for you to be thankful in general. Include your gratitude in the words you use to describe your life. This is just an example. It says, you can say, even though I have this illness, and again, it's just an example, I'm thankful that I'm receiving wonderful treatment and that I have the support of my family. So it's all about changing the mindset, and whatever you may be going through, you can change that negative into a positive. Be positive about yourself and other people. Bashing yourself and others will make you less able to be truly thankful. When you find that you're thinking negatively about yourself or another person, stop and turn that thinking around. A simple change in language and perception reframes things so that the problem isn't you. It's that there is a disconnect between you and this problem, and that is something that you can overcome. Cultivating thankfulness with mental and physical health. Practice mindfulness. By remaining in the moment, you are making it very difficult for your brain to race ahead and worry or plan for the future, or become bogged down in the past. This is one way of practicing thankfulness because you are immersing yourself in the present and thereby giving thanks to the now. Practice mindfulness when you eat. Focus on the food that you're putting into your mouth. Is it hot or cold? What is the texture? Is it sweet or sour or salty? Try this while going for a walk or simply sitting outside. Notice the color of the sky and the shape of the clouds. Use your nose to locate any scents and listen to the wind in the trees. Very interesting. Meditate regularly. Meditation is another useful way of dealing with mental health issues and a general sense of malice in your life. It can also help support your thankfulness and gratitude practices. Go somewhere quiet and meditate at least 15 minutes each day. Sit comfortably and take deep breaths. Focus on your breath. When errant thoughts demand your attention, because a lot of times when you're doing meditation, you can hear things or you just get distracted, okay? And so when you're getting distracted in your thoughts, when errant thoughts demand your attention, acknowledge them and let them go when you exhale. Don't skimp on the amount of sleep you get. Big struggle for me, like I always say. Me and sleep are not best friends. We're associates. Sleep is a huge component of healthiness and happiness, both of which make it easier to be thankful. While it's certainly admirable to practice gratitude, even during those sleepless, anxiety fueled times in your life, getting enough sleep can help make thankfulness easier to cultivate. Set a consistent bedtime and wake up time. Create a comfortable sleeping location and a calming bedtime routine, and turn off all electronics well before bedtime. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's that struggle right there. Yep, that's it. Now I have a everyday wake up time, right? But I definitely do not have a consistent bedtime. Mm-mm. I believe I have a comfortable sleeping location. As far as a calming bedtime routine, no, got to work on that. Turning off all electronics before bedtime, yeah, I'm going to see how that's going to work. I'm not going to say it's not going to work. It's just not working right now, but I'm going to work on it. That's a goal. Follow a regular exercise routine. Exercise releases happy chemicals like endorphins, which help to regulate your mood and make you feel better. Because we know when we're exercising and we're doing cardio and that heart is beating and, our bodies are just, feeling good. Our mood is good. We don't have to be fatigued. It's good to exercise. Even if you start small, on a small scale, start small and work your way up. Don't just jump into the advance because then it's like you're almost coming down on a crash. I've tried that before, like fast diets and just jumping into exercise, and it starts off good and then I've crashed before. So start small and work up. Don't start, my recommendation is don't start big. And yeah, but if you can do it and you can swing with it, kudos to you. Okay, sorry about that. So exercise releases those happy chemicals like endorphins, which help you to regulate your mood and make you feel better. And feeling good is both a reason to be thankful and a motivator for practicing gratitude. Try to get at least 30 minutes of exercise in each day, whatever that is, walking, yoga, just get 30 minutes of exercise in every day. This can be something as simple as going for a run, putting on some music and dancing, or doing some yoga. Eat a healthy diet. Also important. You can exercise all you want, but if you're not incorporating eating better or a healthier diet, means nothing. Also, spirituality. If your spirituality, just my thoughts or my opinions, if your spirituality is not incorporated in with a healthier diet and exercising, I mean, it for me, it just doesn't mean anything. It's like you're defeating the purpose. So make sure you're putting food in your body that will help you feel good, which makes it easier to feel thankful as well. Go for veggies and fruits like kale, red peppers, and bananas. Good carbohydrates like brown rice, whole grains, and oats, and proteins like salmon, nuts, lean meats, and eggs. I personally don't eat eggs. Certain nuts I will eat, you know. But if whatever works for you, just make sure you get your greens in and all the pretty bright colors of veggies and fruits. Try to stay away from dairy, even if you're not lactate. Don't have so much dairy. They do have non-dairy options out there that don't have soy in it. I personally prefer to have non-dairy that doesn't have soy. And again, I don't eat eggs. I don't want to do the egg whites. I just a preference. But I know people say eggs have protein in it, but I'm sure there's other options for those that may not eat eggs or even egg whites that have options. There's always other options. It's just not one. And that's why Googling to find out and do your diligence and research works. Moderation and variety is important. Your diet shouldn't solely consist of fruits and veggies. You need protein and good carbs too. Absolutely. Be sure to avoid refined sugar. Sugar is the devil. Sugar is the devil. Oh, yes, it is. It is, for me, it can be challenging sometimes, but I have to learn how to discipline myself. And it starts with me, nobody else. I have to discipline myself. And if I stick to a regimen, I must be not only disciplined, but consistent as well. There's other options that you can do to stop eating that refined sugar. Have some healthy sugar like some fruits, but I know there are certain fruits that are higher in, have natural higher sugar in them than other fruits. There's just other options that you can do. Besides the refined sugar, be sure to avoid that and added salt as much as possible. Now the salt is not so much an issue for me because there's other options with that as well. I have other options that don't have, all that salt. It might be kosher salt, pink Himalayan salt, or Mrs. Dash salt, or you can find other natural ingredients that you can put in to substitute that. Stay hydrated by drinking lots of water. Water is a necessary component to making sure every part of your body and mind runs smoothly. Take sips regularly and drink before you get thirsty. Be thankful every time you can turn on the tap or open a bottle and have fresh, clean water to drink. Don't do so much tap water. It doesn't mean wherever you good guys may live, maybe your tap water is better. I don't really do the tap water here in Atlanta. Not to say that I have never drunk from a tap water, because I would be lying. I have done the tap water before. It's crazy how you have to buy water, the Creator's natural thing. But even with that, be careful in buying your bottled water as well. I put out a video a while ago when they were testing the different water on the well-named bottles of water, and a lot of them just did not pass. So you can even Google that as well, or you can, test. If you want to get a bottle of water, you want to test it, or you can Google what water is more, more alkaline and has a higher pH. And I think, okay, so with that, again, be thankful every time you can turn on the tap or open a bottle and have fresh, clean water to drink. Keep in mind that millions, perhaps billions of people around the world don't have this luxury. And yes, somewhere in the world, a lot of people are not able to have the luxury of drinking clean, good water, whether it's alkaline or, some people, they are drinking from dirty water, or they have to use dirty or unclean water to wash their bodies or wash their clothes or cook their food. So we have to be thankful for the small things that we do have here, because somebody in another world, or in another country, I should say, they don't have that. They really don't. So, here's a tip. Sorry, I'm kind of babbling. Remember, sometimes you will have bad days where you're grumpy and dislike everything. It's okay. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up because you aren't consistently floating along in a bubble of gratitude. That may be the goal, but no one's yet reached it. Just because you learn to be thankful doesn't mean that bad things won't happen, or that you won't be affected by the things that do happen. It can simply help to make things that happen easier to deal with and not as taxing for your mental health. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can work on controlling how you respond to things. And I was just told that yesterday. I'm going to say that again. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can work on controlling how you respond to things. And as annoying as that was for me to hear, I know that was coming from a good place, from the person who said it. And I have to realize that I can't save the world, even though I consider myself to be this humanitarian. I can't control other people's thoughts, but I can control how I respond to things. So I just want to bring that little bit to you guys. I hope that was helpful. And again, if you have tips on how you've done things personally and it's working for you, make sure that you leave that in the comment box, okay? Because it's about supporting, it's all about supporting, and someone may need that. Someone may need to hear this. So again, make sure that you share that in the box. And, please feel free to use the tools, tips, techniques, resources, whatever I have shared in present and past videos to apply it to your life. Be open for change. Change is okay. Change can be very good. So with that being said, make sure that you take care of your crown, top of your head to the soles of your feet. Make sure that you hold your head up high, feel confident about yourself. think positive thoughts, bring out that positive energy. I know it's not always easy, but it can happen. Love yourself first and foremost. Respect yourself and know your worth. Work on your inside. Start with the internal. Have the strength, pull the strength together, whatever that might be for you spiritually, or whatever you believe in that's positive, that works for you. And I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of this Thursday. Have an enjoyable evening, okay? And I'll see you next time. Much gratitude. Ashe. Oh, gosh. Almost forgot, people. Oh, I was about to go there and forget. No, I didn't. Okay, let me look this up because I want to invite you guys. Let me try to hurry this up because this call will be on soon. So if you're not doing too much, join me on this call and or Facebook tonight, live Facebook video. Okay. It's this evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have our own Healthy Place Botanical Chief Medical Advisor, Dr. Rita McGuire, on tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. CT time, 6 p.m. P time, Pacific time. You can either join the CBD Education Facebook group. You can like it. Or if you just want to hear the call, you can dial in at 774-220-2200. Again, you can dial in to 774-220-2200. Or you can go to CBD Education and you can like that page, request to like it, and it should show through me if you're a Facebook friend of mine. And you can get on and you can hear about this wonderful business, Healthy Place Botanicals. It's 100% organic products, essential oils. It is vegan. It is gluten-free. It is non-GMO. It is the new healthcare today. It has CBD products as well as non-CBD products. And when I say CBD, the hemp oil, it is even though it comes from the cannabis plant, it is the plant that will not get you high. There are no getting high effects. It does not, I repeat, get you high. You have to listen to the call if you don't believe me. It's a business that I've gotten into. It's a non-MLM business, and I'm just taking my time and growing with it. If you're interested in products, non-CBD or CBD, please, by all means, I'm going to leave my information in the comment box here, and I will be on that call at 9 o'clock. Okay. Also, while leaving it in the comment box, my online business store is lifestotalwellness.healthyplacebotanicals.com. Again, life's LIFES total TOTAL wellness WELLNESS .healthyplacebotanicals.com. Okay, it's good for so many things. Seriously, it's good for so many things, such as depression, anxiety, PTSD, just overall mental illness, dementia or Alzheimer's. It can assist with epileptic seizures, any type of physical, just several autism, just several things that this plant is very helpful for, these essential oils. So make sure you get on that call, okay? And again, with much gratitude, Ashe.